I used to get asked to come and do leadership training and resilience training, one-on-one coaching. And my first question would be, why? What are you trying to fix? Because when someone wants training, they're trying to fix something. And are they actually fixing the symptoms, or are they fixing the cause? And right at the beginning, a few years ago, I would go and it would really sort of bugbear me of how do I know that I'm making a difference here? Obviously, the content that I'm giving is great and they're getting value out of that. But how do I know it's actually what they need? And this started playing on my mind of how can we create data around this? How can we create ROIs? So for a very long time, there's never been any way of measuring an ROI around training. So people go off on leadership training, they come back. How are you measuring that? People go on resilience training. How are you measuring that? And we put initiatives out into the business around mental health or safety or changing processes and procedures. How are you measuring that? And are you focusing on the right things? So understanding the causes, the root causes of the problems within the business allows you to be really targeted with training, with where you put your focus, where there are high-risk individuals. So when I was looking at doing these trainings and stuff, I started reverse engineering it, which is when we came up with the MindSafe System. Because at the end of the day, the resilience training, the leadership training, there was a lot of mental health aspects to it with regards to improving their mental health and what that looks like. And the way that I train is I train them so they also become the trainer, and the books that they get, they can reflect on them at any time, and it brings you straight to that point. It's not the workbooks they get aren't scarce with information. Because the thing is that if they get stuck, they need the information and they need a recap. They've got it all there to hand. So looking at creating an impact, the only way I could create an impact is by understanding what's going on in the business under the bonnet, where everyone's looking at the dents in the bonnet. So we started doing the MindSafe System, which is collects data from the business, and then it goes through some algorithms, and then it pushes out some data with regards to where everyone is sitting on a scale with regards to certain factors within the psychosocial risks. And then when we're looking at the data, we can actually drill down of, okay, so we have a micromanagement issue down in New South Wales. So that's what sort of training we need to give them. And by being really targeted with the training, you're actually creating a lot better results, a lot faster, a lot quicker. Because at the end of the day, everyone's so busy. Everyone is rushed off their feet. So by spending a day with me is a big thing. So looking at, okay, so how can I make this as impactful as possible and relevant as possible? So doing anything that you're doing within the business and being data driven and being specific and being able to measure what you're doing within the business is crucial, because it saves so much time across all of management and the team, and it's actually what they need right now. And not only that, collecting data from your business with regards to mental health and the psychosocial risks, you're actually looking at, are there any trends? So is there now an increase in, in support in relationships? Is there a decrease in the feeling of that? And what's happened within the business? Oh, okay, we've just got a new site open that's people are working away from home again. Or for instance, okay, so we've got a bit of an issue with regards to feeling loneliness and isolated. So who's that affecting? Is it affecting the men, the women? Is it affecting people that are working from home or not? Where is it coming from? How can we as an organization make them feel included? So I want you to start looking at, how are you using data within your business to achieve amazing results really quickly because you are you're targeting your actions to what you need. And also, when we're looking at achieving data, I mean, how many people have done surveys and then they literally just got pages and pages of information and questions and answers? It's like, where do I even go with this? Where is the high, where do I even focus first? So we're looking at the high risk, and then we're also looking at the low risk but high yield, which will be the momentum. How are we creating change with the momentum? While this stuff that may take a little bit while, this may take about a month for it to actually really start touching our team. What can we do right now that's actually going to create that momentum and feel that they're acknowledged and heard? So what does that look like? So I call them low risk but high yield activities. But then we can then measure that. So the next time the assessment comes through, we can actually sort of, okay, what changes have we made? Where have we impacted people? Has it done what we've expected it to do or not? So look at how you're extracting data from your business. How are you utilizing that in an easy to read and navigate way? And how are you also testing it, comparing it, measuring it, and then adapting your strategy if you need to, or keep moving forward because you know it's what they're wanting, because it's slowly moving in the right direction. If you've got any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. Always here to help, but be intentional. Time is something we never get back. So we need to make sure that we're utilizing it to the best of our ability to create the biggest amount of impact in the shortest amount of time. Till next time, take care.